Distance nerding.
Hey! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Taco Tuesday. We are here. We are ready for all of the party. You are now experiencing Distance Nerding. I am your boy, Young Phil. He is the most handsome Filipino 5-year-old you've ever met. It's Chamez 5000.
And we're here to nerd together. Nailed it for the 266th time, talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. Listen on any podcast app. Drop us a 5-star review. It really does help us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, Distance Nerding, at Distance Nerding. We got it all, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you would like to support Distance Nerding, best way to do that is to go over to our merch store, www.streamlabs.com/distance-nerding/merch, and get you in on some of that merch. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get right into all the thick of everything. You have now stumbled onto the worst kept secret on all the internet, ladies and gentlemen. You are now watching Distance Nerding. Woo!
I like it.
I like it too. It's fucking great over here. Well, James, let him know what we got going on here, man.
Zendaya's on the run. Darkwing Duck is taking flight, and some Titanic casting news for Lord of the Rings.
All right. Well, that's where we're at right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about our first sponsor of the show, Jamez. Tell him who brings us the show.
Check out Colossus Girl Entertainment fan-focused Comic-Cons across the West Coast, including Beaver State Comic-Con, Metal Arc, Anna Medford, Tri-Cities Powerhouse, Silver Age up in Reno, and, of course, Gem State Comic-Con. Comics, cosplays, vendors, artists, celebrity guests, all the things. Visit Colossus Girl Entertainment, playing your next Comic-Con.
That's right. Plan accordingly, ladies and gentlemen, because we will be there. So let's jump into the first story of the week, because we've got a couple little Marvel stories going on here. It's straight from Jay. All right, well, let's get into these.
Jay Jonah, calm down. Calm down, Jay Jonah.
Technical difficulties there. That's what I was trying to do. Is take it off the screen. All right, let's jump into this. The 3-body, war problem? Yeah, let's go with that one. A new report from Scooper Majestic UCM or _UCM on Twitter claims Avengers Doomsday will split its heroes across 3 massive battlegrounds: an X-Men universe under magical attack, a New York invasion featuring street level and powerhouse heroes in which New Jersey is destroyed, and a Latvian showdown tied directly to Doctor Doom. The structure suggests a film designed to juggle multiple teams, multiple tones, and multiple universes all at once. 3 battles, 3 vibes. So X-Men world is attacked by magic controlled sentinels,
which we've seen.
Right. So kind of like these magic controlled sentinels. There's a couple of different storylines that can go directly into that, and that's kind of amazing. New York battle with Spider-Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and other characters that are more street level. And then a Latveria clash involving Doctor Doom, the Avengers, the New Avengers, and the Fantastic Four. So before I jump into kind of the other things that we have, other talking points we have on this, what are your thoughts on those 3 battlegrounds, man?
The X-Men fighting the Sentinels makes sense, especially if they're like magic controlled. That seems interesting. The New York battle with Spider-Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. I thought Spider-Man wasn't in this movie.
That's what I understood, was that Spider-Man wasn't going to be in this because the events of Brand New Day are supposed to be taking place in parallel.
Right. Right. So I mean, there's a reason it could be. It could be. We'll see. The Latveria one seems pretty interesting. Doctor Doom, the Avengers, the new Avengers, and Fantastic Four. Interesting. I
It's
kind of
very
like the way
interesting.
that one. I like the way that one's lining up. What do you think?
I like the idea of it too. Again, it makes a lot of sense that you have almost a couple of different themes that are going on. X-Men would be like a magic theme, but then also you have that technology theme, which ties in directly with Doctor Doom, and I love the idea of that. Something more street level would kind of involve Daredevil and Defenders, and kind of, I'm hoping season 2 of Daredevil, which we're going to be getting next month. Actually, it's in April, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So next month we're getting of Daredevil season 2. I'm hoping the events of that lead into something that kind of ties in with this. You know what I mean? And then the Latveria clash. It's we need this, man. We need Doctor Doom just kind of like showing his prowess over the Avengers, over the new Avengers, over the Fantastic Four. I love the idea of this.
Yeah. I hope they set up Doctor Doom to show how powerful he is and how smart he is. Like right
Right.
off the bat, like show us what he can do and be like, everybody's like, whoa, okay, this guy means business. That's what I want to see out of Doctor Doom. And then he can take it up another level once he does that heel turn. Ha!
Yeah, right. So multiversal stakes on this. Supposedly, the Spider-Man we're getting is Tobey Maguire,
Yeah,
and it's going to be
okay.
in the opening scene, and it may end with the complete destruction of Tobey Maguire's universe.
That is not the first time I've heard that.
I've heard that multiple times, man. I've heard
Yeah.
that Tobey Maguire is going to die right off the bat in this movie, and it's just to set up just how heavy the stakes are in this.
Hmm.
Um, Now the creative team is going to be Michael Waldron and Stephen McFeely. So I love that McFeely's still going to be in this, and it's directed by Joe and Anthony Russo. So the Russos are going to be kind of bringing on that Avengers flair that they're known for, right? The release date is still going to be December 18th of this year. So I mean, it's close. It is not that far away. That the movie will be in theaters before we even know it, man.
9 months.
9 months.
I think about it this way. It's been 3, 4 months since we got that first teaser drop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
time is it's
it
flying
almost
by.
doesn't feel like it's been that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to everybody out there, all of the viewers, all the listeners, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we're going to be getting an all-out war, or is this the Avengers giving a final chance to peace? Let us know.
We shall see.
Tell us in the comments. So moving on to the next story here. Let's paint the multiverse. Scarlet. No? Okay.
No.
I was waiting for your reaction. A new rumor by Scooper, the Beyond reporter, which again, we need to become Hollywood Scoopers. How the hell? Let
So
me know how to do this.
I'm gonna Google how to become a Hollywood insider.
GPT it; it'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Beyond reporter claims Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch will return in Avengers Doomsday, but not as an ally. Instead, she may be resurrected or controlled by a spell cast by Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, turning one of the Marvel's most powerful heroes into a weapon against the Avengers. Oh my God, this makes sense. Especially given the last time that we saw Scarlet Witch, she supposedly died, right? Now,
Right.
if Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, if he gets a hold of the Darkhold, it's not like unplausible for him to resurrect Scarlet Witch.
Right. Where did she die? Mount
Wondergore,
Wondergore.
Wondergore, yeah.
Is that in Latveria?
Uh,
Supposedly?
Actually,
They never really said.
I think Wondergore is in Latveria. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
So I was just thinking, I'm like, how does she come back? How does Doctor Doom convince her or put her under a spell? Like, what's the connection to convince her that she needs to be fighting along his side? By the way, I thought the whole like Scarlet Witch getting into fisticuffs of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was going to be the one controlling the Sentinels. You know, like she was
Yeah, and that would make
whipping
sense.
them around, and they were like, how come we can't beat these Sentinels? It's because she's controlling them.
So, according to Marvel, Wondagore is in the Transian Mountains, but the Transian Mountain range spans. So it's a fictional country called Transia. It spans between Transia, Sokovia, and Latveria.
See,
So Wondagore is not in Latveria, but the mountain range that Wondagore is in
but for the
does
MCU,
go
they might
into
just
Latveria.
shrink it all up. Be like,
They
we
could.
don't need all this other stuff.
They could easily. Again, I'm 100% on. I'm on board for this. I like the idea of resurrecting that. So Doom's spell, Wanda is rumored to return under Doctor Doom's control, reversing their Age of Ultron dynamic and raising the stakes for every hero on board. A magically controlled Scarlet Witch could instantly shift the balance of the three-front war, and then this twist would give Wanda a dramatic reentry without undoing her emotional arc from Doctor Strange. So, like, kind of what I was mentioning, this would be a way to bring her back, but do it in a way that is almost subversive. You know what I mean? Like, it's not her coming back and it's like, oh, she died and she just, they're just bringing her back. It's more like Doctor Doom is bringing her back as an agent of him. And it's almost poetic because this is also very reminiscent of the way that you bring back Vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's just a way to bring the character back without it being something very,
What if this is how we get Vision back? Is if she's all crazy doing all the things, and then all of a sudden Vision shows up to help in the battle somehow, and she sees him, and it's like it just drives her nuts. I don't know. Anyway,
So my only question on that is Vision Quest. When does Vision Quest come out? I'm looking up the date right now.
by the way, as you're looking that up, again, Avengers Doomsday, December 18th.
Right.
Geek Freaks in the chat said same day as Dune.
Right. So Dune 3 is coming out the same day, which I think we have something about that later.
And we're just starting to see the push for that. So
yeah,
this is interesting.
Trailer came out. Another trailer came out. So as of right now, Vision Quest doesn't have a date, but Disney Plus, I guess they're doing the Netflix hold it close to the chest thing.
Yeah.
They're saying that it's supposed to come out mid to late 2026, which means if it's mid to late 2026, potentially that's before Doomsday.
Yeah, so probably August, September-ish. Yeah, October maybe, but interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So like if Vision Quest comes out before Doomsday, then yes, this may be a way for us to get like a full Vision back. Like because right now we have Anti-Vision, which I don't know if they're gonna address that he's Anti-Vision, but I mean, according to the comics, he's Anti-Vision at this point. This might be the way to get him back because we do have Wonder Man, and Wonder Man plays a big role in the creation of Vision because Wonder Man wasn't around when they did a Vision originally. This may be a way to bring him back. You use Wonder Man as a key character on that because they use Wonder Man's brainwaves to create Vision. So this could be a way that they could kind of just like tie that in, and that's how we get Vision back. We get the full version of Vision back.
We'll see. That's a little far-fetched for what they're doing with Wonder Man right now, but okay, we'll see. We'll leave it out there. And shout out to Say Wong since he's split screening us with NBC.
He's keeping up with the news.
There you go.
Keeping up with what's going on. It's nerd news and shit that's happening in the world. All right. Well, that is it for our Marvel news. We don't have anything on the DC front this week. So we're gonna jump right into our one shots with Jamez here. Because it's time for the one shots. Well, actually, before we get into the one shots, let me put this on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at Tubby.
Purr, 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 purr.
Okay, went right there. W is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about W at www.w.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. All kinds of deliciousness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into these one shots because we've got a whole bunch of news that we need to cover today.
There you go. By the way, shout out to Chris Chipperson in the chat. And actually, happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
If you're here with us on St. Patty's Day, good on you. Drink something green, eat something green. I forgot to wear green today.
Look at the Irish.
Idiot.
Yeah, no, I'm also not
do bad impressions. That's fine. Whatever it takes.
Okay. Well, Jamez, do your thing, sir.
She's gonna need some good running shoes. Zendaya is reportedly being eyed to lead a new take on The Fugitive. Interesting. According to a rumor from Giant Freaking Robot, the report suggests the actress could star in a modern reimagining of the classic thriller, though no studio director or official development details have been confirmed. If the project moves forward, Zendaya would not be playing a gender-swapped version of Dr. Richard Kimball, but rather a new character built around the same core premise of a wrongly accused person on the run. I'm kind of okay with this.
That's very interesting. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. You know, I love Harrison Ford's take on the character, but I mean, it's not. It was a one and done movie, so it's not something that you kind of have to, you know, run off of that premise and say, oh, you know, you have to redo it exactly the way it was in the 90s. I mean, you know, you rewrite it in a way that makes sense. You know, as long as it's a good story, as long as it's still that same kind of dynamic with the U.S. Marshal and the wrongly accused doctor, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I agree. And they can easily turn this into a series, like an 8-episode series. Maybe it runs for a season or 2 or 3.
Right.
You know, that easily could be done. All right, let's keep it going. Scooby-Doo? Whoa!
Rollo Raggy.
Scooby-Doo has another owner. Paul Walter Hauser is reportedly being eyed for a supporting role in Netflix's upcoming live-action Scooby-Doo series. According to a new report from What's on Netflix, the project will explore the origin of Mystery Inc. and follow a young Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, and Freddy as they investigate the first major case. Have we gotten this? I don't know if we've gotten, like, their first case, right?
We've gotten kind of like takes on this kind of thing, but not like a full story of it. Who would Paul Walter Hauser play, though?
I don't know. We'll see. The rumor suggests Hauser may be playing Scooby-Doo's original owner rather than a member of the gang. You know, oh, that's actually kind of smart. Though no official casting confirmation has been made, production on the 8-episode series is expected to begin in April in Hotlanta.
So Paul Walter Hauser is just going to play another stoner.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be the dude who creates Scooby-Doo, like the guy who raises the dog that becomes Scooby-Doo has to be a stoner.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay. Hannah can buy her own flowers now. I can buy my own flowers. Miley Cyrus returns as Hannah Montana in the first trailer for Disney Plus's Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special. The special brings Cyrus back in the iconic role in a nostalgic celebration filmed in front of a live studio audience. I didn't even know people still did that.
Yeah,
featuring recreated sets like from the Stewart family living room and the original Hannah Montana closet. The event also includes an in-depth interview conducted by Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper, along with archival footage and reflections on the show's legacy. The Hannah Montana special premieres March 24th. I thought it was going to be like another episode, but it's just going to be like a kind of a reunion episode. So, all right.
And it's Hannah Montana as an adult, so I mean,
I had nieces that watched Hannah Montana, so
what,
good
what,
on them.
I never watched it, so I don't know kind of like the dynamic. I
You
know,
watched it.
I never did actually.
You watched it.
The only thing I know, because just from like seeing kind of like Disney saying, "Here's what Hannah Montana is,"
Uh-huh.
the only thing I know, at least I'm gonna guess here, is that she is Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter, but she's like secretly a singer or something like that.
Don't play dumb. You know exactly
I
who
don't.
Hannah Montana is. Look, Matt in the chat, Knights of Oa, is admitting that he's stupid excited for this. You should be stupid excited.
No,
for this.
I'm not saying. Okay, so look, I'm not saying like, oh, hey, I'm too cool and I never saw this. I legitimately never watched this show. It was out of my age range by the time this show was on TV, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't something that I'm interested in watching.
Now you're too
By
good
this
for
point,
Hannah. I get it.
no,
I
by
get
by
it.
this point, I was in a different fandom and I was more into other things, so I never actually watched it.
We get it. You have tattoos now. You don't have to like Hannah Montana. Let's keep it going.
Hold on, Night of Oa, is that actually the plot of the show? Because literally I picked that up from commercials.
That's good.
That's pretty
good.
funny. That's
All
pretty
right.
funny.
This
All right, let's
this next
continue.
one's gonna get you though. Insert Darkwing Duck catchphrase here. Does he have a catchphrase? I didn't think about that.
I am the I am the night. That's something that flaps in the night.
That's right. That's right. Okay, Jim Cummings has shared a promising update on Seth Rogen's planned Darkwing Duck reboot for Disney Plus. Cummings confirmed that development of the revival is still active, revealing that the team has already recorded at least one early piece of material. He also hinted that the new series may age up Gosling and
Gosling.
explore an older version of Darkwing Duck. Oh, interesting. This is gonna be like
It's Dark Knight Returns, but with Darkwing Duck.
yeah. I was gonna say Batman Beyond. It's like Darkwing Beyond. I
No,
don't know
because
where
if it's supposed to be like an aged version of Darkwing Duck, then this would be more like Dark Knight Returns. This is like
what,
the older 50-year-old
I
Batman.
gotcha.
You know what I mean?
All right, exploring an older version of Darkwing Duck, signaling evolution rather than a full reinvention. Disney Plus has not announced a release window. Cummings emphasized that the character's return is long overdue and that Seth Rogen remains a driving force behind the project. Again, shout out to Seth Rogen. He knows how to put together animation.
I'm just throwing this out there. Never let anything happen to Seth Rogen.
I know. He's
I'm
making
sorry.
it all happen.
Nothing ever. Okay, the man made some of the best stoner movies in like history next to Kevin Smith, right?
Yeah.
Like the movies that he's been in, right? Seth Rogen is amazing. And again, the stuff he produces are just top notch, right? Preacher was amazing. The Boys is amazing. Invincible is amazing. Everything that the studio, great show. Everything that he is involved in is cinematic perfection.
Did you say Invincible?
Yeah, Invincible. Not only is he a character on that show, but he's an executive producer for that show. So it's like, everything Seth Rogen touches is fucking gold. And the fact that he's executive producing Darkwing Duck is, and he got Jim Cummings. I'm sure Jim Cummings did not press any reason to not do that character because Jim Cummings loves Darkwing Duck.
Yeah. He also loves Winnie the Pooh, but
well, because he is Winnie the Pooh. He still is Winnie the Pooh.
Exactly.
And Tigger too.
And okay, I'm gonna keep it going. He has the gym membership. Dolph Lundgren's rumored cameo in Travis Knight's live-action Masters of the Universe reboot has reportedly been revealed. Spoiler alert. According to a report by HeMania.com, which is an incredible name, yeah, Lundgren, who played Prince Adam in He-Man back in 1987, is said to not appear on Eternia, but on Earth, which makes sense. In a brief gym scene where he gives advice to Nicholas Gazzeltini. That's what I said. Gazzeltini? Adam before parting with a classic franchise send-off, Good Journey. The moment is described as a playful passing of the torch rather than a major plot role, keeping the focus on the new story while Honoring the original star. Okay, that's cool. All right.
That seems in line with a lot of the cameos when the original characters come back.
Yeah.
I actually do like the idea of you bring in Dolph Lundgren and he's not, immediately a major character or anything like that. You have him in there and he's just the dude he sees in the gym.
Yeah, and it just kind of honors what he's done.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the best movie in the world, but like for the people that grew up on He-Man playing with the toys, watching the cartoons, and then probably watching that movie, and this is before anything was, this is what is it, late 80s? Like
87.
87, like, cheesy movies. Like, yeah, this is great. I can't believe we're getting a He-Man movie. This is amazing. So we'll take it, whatever it is. So good for them for honoring Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. All I know is if we don't get Gwildor in this, it's not worth watching.
Oh my goodness.
Gwildor was in the cartoon, not in the original cartoon, but Kevin Smith put him in Revelation as a major character, and he made a bunch of references to the movie and basically canonized the movie.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's great.
All right, next one, a sequel to a prequel. Are we all having a moment? Sequel to a prequel of a prequel of a sequel. Okay. Michael Sarnowski is reportedly being eyed to direct a sequel to Alien Romulus.
Interesting. That is very interesting.
According to a new report from Nexus Point News, the filmmaker is described as the perfect candidate to take over after Fede Alvarez stepped away from directing. Alvarez and Saez have already written the screenplay, ensuring the continuity with the characters and story established in Alien Romulus. If Sarnowski signs on, he would inherit a series with renewed momentum and a cast of surviving characters whose arcs Alvarez has emphasized protecting. I really enjoy how they're handling the Alien franchise and everything they're doing with it. I really enjoy what they're doing with Predator and what they're doing with it. Whoever they're putting in charge of these IPs know how to honor the IP.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if they're eyeing Sarnowski to do this and they're like handpicking him, okay, cool. Let's see what happens with this.
Yeah,
I like where it's going.
Fede Alvarez killed it. He was
Exactly.
so good at the way he did the first movie. It was great.
Mm-hmm. I thought they were gonna put Fede Alvarez in charge of this franchise, like the way they put Dan Trachtenberg in charge of Predator. I thought it was gonna be like, he's the Kevin Feige of this franchise, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Who knows? It could still happen, but yeah, I'm excited for that. That's awesome.
Absolutely, man. So let's
that was my last story. You got more
I was
stories?
gonna say we're gonna jump into a couple other stories, but before we do that, James, tell the people about our last sponsor here. What do we got going on here?
Who do we got? Geek Freaks? Oh,
Geek
yeah.
Freaks.
Let me talk about some Geek Freaks. Distance Nerding is part of Geek Freaks and the network. Discover your latest binge, debating casting choices, or still not over that plot twist. The Geek Freaks network has got you covered. Your fandom, your community, your people. Geek out your way. Check out Geek Freaks network at gfpods.com.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
You want to throw that in the chat for me?
Yeah, absolutely. That is the only way that we can really describe Geek Freaks. Did we just become best friends? Absolutely. We love being a part of this network. It has done nothing but sharpen our game and try and do the best at making us better than what we've been. And that is something that we throw out there for you guys. That's our big thing, is we want to make sure that we are the best we can be for all of you who watch week after week and listen to the show week after week. We appreciate all of you guys. And as always, guys, before I jump into this next story, any comments, anything that you guys want to talk about, anything about any of the stories that we're talking about, we want to hear from you guys. So let us know what's going on. With that being said, let's continue on with the rest of the news here. So, some exciting news here. Number one's final mission In a recent interview with Trek Movie, Jonathan Frakes revealed that directing an episode of Star Trek Starfleet Academy could be his final time behind the camera for the franchise. With the series wrapped and the broader Star Trek universe currently in a holding pattern, Frakes acknowledged that his project may close out his decades-long run as one of the franchise's most influential directors. So Frakes has directed across Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Discovery, Picard, and Strange New Worlds. With Paramount restructuring and the franchise awaiting new green lights, Frakes notes that the future is kind of uncertain. So he describes the possibility of this being his last outing as bittersweet, given his decades-long connection to the universe. Starfleet Academy is expected to debut in 2026. Did it not already start?
It's finished. Yeah,
I was going to say, yeah, we kind of wrote that wrong. I was going to say, I thought we were already on this.
I think it's supposed to say debuted, not expected to debut. My bad.
Okay.
But have you watched it? I watched it. I enjoyed it. It took a little while to get into, but it was mainly the character development.
Yeah, I've heard it's a slow burn, but I heard that it's very Star Trek though.
It just takes time getting, like, who are these characters? What
Right.
kind of arc are they going to go on? How do they come together as a team? That sort of thing. It took a little while, but I started to enjoy it. So, and it, honestly, it's big budget. It looked really good. Really good. The set designs were amazing. The colors in the show were amazing. So they held no money back. They went after it.
Yeah. And again, as long as everything serves the story, right? When it comes to Trek, story is everything. So as long as everything they do is serving the story, then it is what it is. As far as Jonathan Frakes, it is a little bittersweet. It is a little bit sad to hear that he is not going to be doing any more Star Trek moving forward.
Potentially not.
I was going to say it's going to be interesting to see where he goes, though, what he does from here. So, I mean, this may be his final voyage, but what do you guys think of that? Do you guys think that this is the time for him to bow out? Do you guys think that he should continue on? Let us know in the comments, and that way we know what's going on.
Will do.
Gwildor.
No. Yes.
Yes, Gwildor. Okay. Lord of the Rings casts another Kate, because we need more Kates in Gondor. A new report claims Kate Winslet has officially joined The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum, taking on a key role opposing Andy Serkis, who is both starring as Gollum and directing the film. While her character has not been revealed, the casting signals that the project is aiming for prestige-level performances as it expands the cinematic world of Tolkien beyond the main trilogy. So, Kate Winslet's addition brings Oscar-level gravitas to the first film in Warner Brothers' new Lord of the Rings initiative. Andy Serkis returns as Gollum, and we kind of wouldn't want anybody else to play Gollum at this point. And is going to be directing, marking his first time helming a Middle Earth feature. So he's directed a few films, but this is the first time he's actually going back to kind of the place that made him famous, and he's going to be directing the film as well. Film explores Gollum's hunt for the One Ring and his pursuit of Bilbo Baggins after The Hobbit. So it seems like this is taking place between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, in the time where Gollum or Schmeagol is looking for the ring after he lost it to Bilbo Baggins. Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum is currently slated for later this year. So, guys, if I say guys, and I mean the audience as well, if Kate Winslet is anchoring the human side of the story, Middle-earth's next chapter may be far more character-driven than anyone expected. James, what do you think?
I'm good with this. I like Kate Winslet. Like, when I think about her, I think of Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I see her in other projects, I forgot like how good of an actress she is.
Yeah. So
I'm okay with her coming on board Lord of the Rings. I assume she's going to be an elf, but I don't know.
She is one of those people where she's so pretty, she has to be an elf. But I also would not put it past them to make her a hobbit.
Right?
Yeah.
She could be like Samwise Gamgee's like Boothang, you know? I'm okay with that.
I would expect, because if this is after the Hobbit and between, like if this is after the Hobbit and um before Lord of the Rings, I would expect that this is when Bilbo was a little bit younger. So this would probably be Samwise Gamgee's mom.
Easy. All right. She's gonna be like, paint me like one of your Hobbit girls, Samwise.
Paint me like you have like I have hairy feet.
Oh goodness, this is getting weird.
You like my hairy feet? No, no.
It's a kink. Don't kink shame.
It is what it is.
Dirty, muddy, hairy feet.
Oh God, that is disgusting. All right. Just the thought of it is making me cringe. So let's get into this. This is massive news. I just had a whole nother conversation about this yesterday, so we're going to talk about this next story. And I imagine this is why James had me do this, because he knows I have a take for this. Take my love, take my land. I have something for this.
You have a pause. That's what you have.
Shut up and take my money.
There we go. In a recent appearance, Nathan Fillion, and Nathan Fillion alone, if you watch the video, you know what I mean, revealed that an animated Firefly series is currently in development and that the original cast is expected to reprise their roles. While details remain under wraps, Fillion emphasized that the project is actively moving forward and represents the most concrete progress the franchise has seen in years. Fillion, and again, Fillion alone and no one else, says the entire main cast is involved, marking the first time the full ensemble has reunited for a new Firefly project since the 2005 film Serenity. Fillion notes that animation allows the show to continue without the constraints of aging actors or expensive live-action production. No network or platform has been officially announced, but the project is described as in active development. No release window yet, but the cast's involvement suggests the project is further along than previous revival attempts. If this animated revival sticks to landing, Firefly might finally get the second life fans have been manifesting for 2 decades, 24 years since season 1. 24 years.
That's amazing.
And we have been absolutely, for those 24 years, we have all been clamoring for more Firefly, and we're finally getting something. I love that it's at least animated, just because they all have different things going on. You know, so it's like, hey, we can't get together to do this because like half of these guys are like, you know, giant movie stars now, right?
And TV stars.
And TV stars like Nathan Fillion, Marina Baccarin, both in different versions of The Recruit. Sorry, is it The Recruit? No, it's the Rookie.
And then she's on Sheriff Country, which is a spinoff of Fire Country.
Right. Obviously, Alan Tudyk is in everything.
Right.
Just I love that Summer Glau looks like she hasn't aged at all.
Yeah.
Like, how is Summer Glau still like as hot as she is and still looks the same exact age she was? Like, I love it. I'm so excited to get more Firefly. And we were having a conversation about this whole thing about you know, Firefly coming back in an animated form. It makes a lot of sense because you can pick up right where it left off. The question is, does it take place between season 1 and Serenity, or is it going to take place after Serenity? Because Serenity kind of like closed a couple of doors on things. Or does it retcon Serenity?
That's a good point. I guess we'd have to go back and take a look what I still can't believe it was only one season, like 11 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, because Fox was stupid and decided we were going to get rid of it. And then I think it was one of those things where it was like, we can't admit that we were wrong, so we're never going to put this show back on the air, even though 24 years of a fan base on a single season show.
Yeah. And then Disney's like, wait a second, this is valuable IP?
You know what's
doing
funny?
Something with it.
You know what's funny is when Disney bought Fox, like we all knew that they were going to fold in all of the X-Men stuff with the MCU. But I also remember when they bought Fox, the biggest thing that everyone was saying was Disney owns Firefly now. So let's see if Disney does something with Firefly. Right? Like the fan base has never left. Right?
Yeah, that's so weird. Like it never left. It's always been right there just waiting.
Yeah. And there's not very many things, not very many IPs that are out there that can say, you know, the fan base didn't leave. And the show only had one season.
Yeah.
I think The Expanse is the only thing that comes close. And Bezos bought The Expanse and ended up going like 20 seasons with it.
I know, something crazy. Something crazy. But you know, I was just looking it up. The Rookie, Nathan Fillion's show is on ABC. So he probably went to Disney, went to everybody at ABC and was like, "Hey, how do we make this happen? There's a fan base out there. How do we make this happen?" And he pushed forward and made it happen. So kudos to him. I love how he brought together the original cast and how he showed them off in all those little videos, all those little vignettes. It was so good. And it showed how successful everybody is.
Yeah.
They were all doing their own projects, their own shows, their own movies. And they're all like, is it time? It's time.
I can't wait to talk to both Alan and Adam about this because we're gonna see them in May at Gem State Comic Con.
Right.
Because I mean, he made a video with Adam, he made a video with Alan, so we know that he's got them on board, right? And I even already wrote a joke. I'm not gonna reveal it, but I already wrote a joke on how we're gonna introduce Alan.
Nice.
To the show. I don't know if you saw in our group chat.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just go to Gem State, guys, and you'll get to see this joke that I wrote for him. But if you didn't watch the announcement at AwesomeCon, it's absolutely genius and hilarious at the same time because basically Nathan went and wrote cards for everybody to read, and all of them start with all of them saying, "Hi, I'm Nathan Fillion." It was great, but like each of them gave like different pieces, right? So like hey, we should fans have been saying they want another show, and then we get to Gina's part, and Gina goes, "Hey, so the only way that we could do this is if we animated it," and the entire audience went nuts. And then when Nathan actually talks, he goes, "So I needed an okay from Fox and Disney. I got that. I needed the entire cast. I got that. I needed showrunners. We got the showrunners." So like he kind of just basically said, this is happening. We're getting more Firefly. So this is something where we can say definitively this and Sonic, because the fans were so rabid for the IP. You guys got what you wanted.
Yeah.
And I say you guys as if I'm not a fan as well. I'm a massive Firefly fan as well. But I mean, just that's the whole thing is all the fans online clamoring for this. We got it, guys. And this is one of the things where I can say thank you to the fans.
I'm looking it up as well, and I was like, who's going to be the animation house on this? But it looks like it's going to be Shadow Machine, the Oscar and Emmy-winning studio behind Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and BoJack Horseman.
Interesting. Okay. That's two different types of animation that they've put out. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this.
Yeah. Yeah. But it just shows they went big for this.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's move on because again, I can talk Firefly all night, but I can also talk this next IP.
Before we get into that, maybe we do some kind. I mean, it's not that long of a show. Maybe we do some kind of Firefly rewatch. That may be kind of fun to do that before the show lands wherever it lands.
That could absolutely be fun. Yeah. Just to do an entire season of Firefly with all the fans out there, with everybody out there. So we'll put that out on Instagram, and I'll put out a poll. And just let us know if you guys are interested in doing a Firefly rewatch with us.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm sure Graveyard would be super down to do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So come to the dark side, they said. Now I'm locked in the battle with Granddad. A new report from Marvel reveals that Star Wars Darth Vader number 58 will feature the first ever showdown between Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, bringing together the dark side titans across time through the Force-driven confrontation. The story comes from writer Greg Pak and artist Raphael Lenko, and it explores Kylo Ren's obsession with Vader through deepening Vader's own legacy within the Skywalker bloodline. This marks the first canonical confrontation between Darth Vader and Kylo Ren in any medium. The encounter is described as a Force vision battle, allowing the two eras to collide without breaking continuity. Written by Greg Pak and art by Raphael Lenko, continuing their long-running Vader storyline. Star Wars Darth Vader number 58 hit shelves June of 26. So it's going to be coming right around the corner here. Will this be a major battle, or will Vader just be annoyed by his emo grandson? It's like it's basically is two emo assholes, or two emo assholes just gonna like emo it out, and in the end, are they just gonna be sitting there listening to the Cure? I don't know, fucking Black Parade. They're definitely going to be listening to Black Parade. If they're listening to any song at all, it's Black Parade. Welcome to Black Parade. I think they're just going to be listening to My Chemical Romance in general.
Probably sharing eyeliner with each other. Like,
absolutely.
What do you use? Oh, this is what I use.
They're absolutely just. What eyeliner do you wear under your mask?
I sweat a lot under my mask. Oh, I do too. Oh. Okay, it sounds interesting, but honestly, I'll be honest right now. Like, I think it's cool that you're gonna see this battle. It does feel like a reach. Like, it's just gonna be like a Force vision battle. Like, it's like him dreaming. It's two different eras.
I think it's gonna be more. You think of like Ahsoka and the Time Beyond Time,
like the World Between Worlds type
thing.
The
World Between Worlds.
I don't think it'll be that.
Yeah, I mean that would be the smartest way to do it, is because this would be along the same level of Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn communing after Qui-Gon dies.
Yeah,
this would be along the lines of, again, Ahsoka going into the world beyond the world beyond world, the world between worlds, and communing with Anakin. Like, this is that same level where what they're saying is Ben got to a point where he became so strong in the Force that he could commune with his grandfather. And that also explains the obsession with his grandfather that he has. Because it could also be something, if it's a good storyline, it could also be something in the line of he accidentally stumbles into the world beyond worlds and communes with his grandfather. And now it's an obsession to try and find that again. He doesn't know what he did, but he wants to have that experience with his grandfather again.
Yeah. And he is living in his grandpa's house on Mustafar. So I bet that's how it is. I bet it's some kind of like holocron thing that happens.
With like a Sith holocron?
Yeah, Sith holocron, like on Mustafar.
Yeah. Again, like, I feel like what's going to end up happening if they do this right, then again, it becomes something where he develops an obsession because he did something one time and doesn't know how to do it again.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Star Wars. So that is it for all of our news. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the schedule and talk about where you can find Distance Nerding and what times. Tuesdays, the show you're watching right now, all nerdy news on Distance Nerding, from typically from 6:30 to 8:30. Today we started a little bit late. We're ending a little bit early because we got a lot done today. Thursdays, building Lego and talking nerdy. Now this week, where's my schedule? Right here. This week we've got another guest that's coming on. I'm actually pretty excited after listening to his interview on Geek Freaks. But our guest this week, sorry, I can't find my calendar. Our guest this week is Alan Dunford, comic creator. And yes, guys, it's going to be great. I'm very happy to have him on the show. I got a whole bunch of hype from Frank over at Geek Freaks, and then I listened to the interview, and it made me even more excited for it. So we're in for a treat, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then Friday night, now we're not gonna be doing game night this week. Why? Because we're going to Brickcentric over in Burbank, guys. So if you are in the LA area, now's your chance to come and hang out with us. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Brick-centric is where imagination stacks brick by brick into entire worlds, bringing together master builders, artists, and fans for a celebration of creativity powered by Lego. From jaw-dropping builds to a community of passionate adult fans of Legos. It's a convention that proves a single tiny brick can spark something huge. Catch us there, March 22nd through the 20th through the 22nd at the Marriott Burbank Airport in Burbank, California. Again, guys, if you can make it there, we will be happy to see you. We're going to be doing a bunch of press coverage for the show, and we may be getting some interviews with some Lego masters. So keep in touch and stay tuned.
There you go. And it's just brickcentric.com, right?
Correct. Brickcentric.com.
Go get your tickets, go get the dates, go get the schedule. It's all there.
Right. Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, that essentially is it for our show. We had again another short day today. Of course, if you want to support Distance Nerding, join the taco party. Go to distancenerding.com. You can buy us a taco, or of course, you can subscribe here on Distance Nerding if you're not already subscribed, and that really helps us out. Just keep everything moving for us, guys. Connect with us everywhere at Distance Nerding. Of course, you can email us at distancenerding@aol.com. Again, guys, I asked a bunch of questions this episode. Tell us what you guys are nerding out on, because we want to nerd out with you. With that being said, James, please take us home.
Thanks, and keep nerding together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see everybody on the next one this Thursday. Peace.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Distance Nerding.